See, the devil is shrewd. He knows that the church is going to be here during the tribulation. He knows that we're going to need unshakable and unbreakable faith. He knows that we're going to need the patience of the saints to get through this period, to reject the beast and his image and the mark. And so he teaches Christians, says, don't worry about that. That's for the Jews after the church is in heaven. And when they find themselves in the time of trouble, they will be totally unprepared for the crisis that is taking place upon the world. By the way, that word elect that is used in the parable, I want you to notice Matthew 24 and verses 22 and 24, how that word elect is used in the context of the time of trouble and the final tribulation. Matthew 24, verse 22. It says, and except those days, this is the tribulation according to the context, should be what? Shortened. There should be no flesh be saved. But for whose sake? There's the key word in the parable. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be what? Shortened. Are God's people going to go through the tribulation? Yes. Is there going to be a delay? There most certainly will be a delay. But is God going to intervene to answer their pleas? Absolutely. Now notice verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive whom? The very elect. There's the word again. So when does this parable especially apply to? It applies to the period of tribulation through which the elect will go, according to Jesus in Matthew chapter 24. You see, folks, the widow represents the final generation of living saints that will dwell upon this earth. The book of Revelation calls them the 144,000. We have a complete lecture coming up on the 144,000. These people follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These people reject the beast. They reject his image. They reject the mark. They reject the number of his name. They plead day and night for deliverance from their enemies, from the adversary. They don't give up. They have unflinching perseverance to face this end-time crisis. Well, let me ask you, who is the adversary during this period? The adversary, folks, is what? Is the devil. Is the devil going to take away from the church everything that the church has in terms of earthly support? Absolutely. The church, those who are faithful in the church, will be left totally destitute. And who will strip them of everything that they have? The devil will strip them of everything that they have, and they will have absolutely no earthly support. And as the parable says, they will cry out day and night for deliverance over their adversary who has taken everything that they have. By the way, the expression cry out, crying out day and night that's used in the parable is the same word that is used to describe Jesus on the cross, where he cries out with an intense agony to his Father, my God, why have you what? Why have you forsaken me? Was there a delay in the case of Jesus Christ? The Father answering the pleas of his Son? Absolutely. He said, Father, let this cup pass from me, if it's possible. Nevertheless, not my will be done, but yours. Did God deliver him out of the crisis? Did God remove him from the trying circumstances that he was in? No. He continued going through this crisis, and he cried out to his Father. Apparently his Father didn't listen, but eventually he was avenged over his enemy when he resurrected on resurrection morning. Now, is it just possible that God's people are going to go through a similar experience to the one that Jesus went through in Gethsemane? Absolutely.